All right, everybody, welcome on into the GFU 3 onboarding series here for our incredible scanners. This is the first session of this series, and we are so excited to welcome every single one of you guys. First of all, let's see in the chat box, everybody, where is everybody tuning in from? We kicked it off yesterday with an onboarding series to really get you going, let you understand what you're about to see over the next couple of days, this week and the following week, of your favorite educators, your favorite scanners, and maybe for you right now that you're on and you have no idea what GFU even is. We're here to welcome you, educate you about what the markets are, what GFO even is, and how you could take advantage of these scanners. So we are super excited here, everybody. My name is Nick Gomez, one of the VPs of education here, and we have a special guest today to guide you through a very popular scanner here within GFU called Sniper Pro. So if you're on, everybody, make sure to let your groups know, your teams know, maybe even guests know that we're kicking off. And what today is, everybody, is going to be a full-on walkthrough of what Sniper Pro, our one and only Mr. John Oliver, is going to be walking you through the entire process of what the scanner is, how to utilize it, how even to go in depth with different pairs, how to take advantage of course, the scanner within itself, and also how you can utilize those alerts within the application here with GFU Connect. So everybody, I hope you guys are excited. But before we bring up John, let's get some energy in this call. Let's put some eights in the chat box, a lot of eights, a lot of abundance for 2026, because we are kicking it off with Sniper Pro here on the first day, and we have the myth, the man, the legend, John Oliver. This is an individual who's been traveling all over the world, educating the masses, making sure that people get educated, get situated with Sniper Pro so they can use this technology, use this scanner to their benefit with, of course, this incredible education. So without further ado, Mr. John Oliver, are you there?
I am. How are you doing?
Doing incredibly well. So excited to kick this off, man. And I think that Sniper Pro is an incredible scanner. And for people that maybe are in G4 or maybe they're guests, I think you're going to do an incredible job really walking people through what Sniper Pro is all about and how to utilize it. So I'm going to pass it over to you. Feel free to share your screen, and I'm just going to step out of the way.
Okay, thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate you. Welcome, everybody, to the first in the series of the Scanner series. I'm truly honored to be asked to be on this, and I want to run through this real quickly so you get some real good value as to what's happening here. So let me share my screen here so that we can get started. Can everybody see that? Okay. Let's make sure everyone can see that. Okay. Good. Give us a thumbs up there. Okay, so Sniper Pro, very simple. I designed this at the beginning of last year. Hasn't been out even a year yet. It seems to be proving to be very popular. And the reason I designed this Sniper Pro was so that we could get it simple for new people, but also detailed enough and complex enough to be able to help people with their trading when they're more of an expert. Okay. And before we do that, I just want to go through over a quick disclaimer here, guys. This live session is intended solely for educational informational purposes. Neither GFU nor its educators provide access to investment platforms, online trading services, or brokerage firms. No personalized investment advice, strategic recommendations, or regulated financial services will be offered, and nothing contained within this presentation should be construed as such. Educators are not licensed brokers or financial advisors. Individuals seeking tailored investment guidance or financial services are strongly encouraged to consult with a duly licensed professional in their respective jurisdiction. So Sniper Pro, we say it's all about simplicity, it's color coded, etc. Let us see what that means. Sniper Pro, in technical terms, is a price action based reversal strategy that uses a unique scoring system to identify high probability reversal zones across all asset types and timeframes, whether the market is trending or ranging. Okay. Why is it simple? So, because I've been trading for 4.5 years, when I started trading, guys, I didn't have somebody who could help me start my trading journey in a very simplistic way. I had to look at lots of different scanners, lots of different educators, lots of different coaches, and it was overwhelming for me at the beginning. So when I designed Sniper Pro, I remembered how I started trading. And I remembered the confusion, the complication that I encountered, and I wanted to make it simple for new traders coming on here. And so, if somebody's new to trading, and I've done this with my 89-year-old mother, and I've done this with a 12-year-old niece, and I got them both trading within 3 minutes. That's how simple it is. That is it. You are now trading. You are now trading, guys. It is as simple as that. Okay. So, how do you protect your trade? That's one thing. We're very, very big on trade management, risk management, and we want to protect any capital that you start using on your own account. It's your account, you're responsible for it, but we want to help you make the best decisions you can to not only protect that, but to grow it as well. Then Sniper Pro is also going to show you where do you put your stop loss. What that means is if the trade goes against you, which trades will go against you, no doubt about it, we want you to minimize your loss. We only have four outcomes that we want when we're trading, guys: small loss, break even, small win, or large win. They're the four outcomes we are always looking for. So to protect our loss and keep our losses small, if we take them, we want a stop loss. Sniper Pro will tell you where to put that. Next thing, how do I take some pips? How do I make a profit if I get into a trade? Sniper Pro is going to tell you where to put your exit one, or suggest to you where you put your exit one and where you put your exit two. And when we start off, we target exit one, which what we call take profit one. And when it hits your take profit one, you get out for a profit. If it hits your stop loss, you get out for a small loss, but your account is protected. It is simple as that, guys. Who is Sniper Pro for? I wanted it specifically, as I said earlier, to be helpful to the new trader. From the person who does not know nothing about trading at all, they can come in and start trading with Sniper Pro. Even the beginner who's had trouble before trading, hasn't had the success that he thought he was going to do, has looked at lots of other coaches and mentors and other scanners and other systems, looked online, etc., and hasn't got the success that they thought they were going to have, then that's how this system is designed for those people. But Sniper Pro has a lot of complexity into it, but that's built in the background. You don't see everything going on. It's like a racing car. When you see it going around a track, you can see how fast it goes, and you can see how fast it goes around the corner and how much braking power it's got. But you don't know the technical details of what's keeping that car so fast, what's keeping it safe, what's keeping it on the track, what's holding it to the ground as it goes around the corners. This is the same. Sniper Pro is a Formula One race car in the trading world. All you need to do is sit in that cockpit, press the accelerator, and you are off. Okay, what markets can you trade? So we have a lot of very specialized scanners in GFU, but we also have scanners that you can use on anything. And with Sniper Pro, it's designed to adjust itself not only to different time frames, so it will present information to you based on the time frame you're trading, but it will also customize the experience of Sniper Pro to you depending what you're trading. So whether you're trading crypto, forex, gold, indices, other commodities, Sniper Pro will know what time frame you're trading on, what asset or commodity you're trading on, and adjust its settings accordingly so you don't have to. That's the simplicity of it. And here's the basic rules, guys. Very, very simple. And I'm going to show you this on live charts as well if we have time at the end of the session. But look, when you come in, we call this the 1-1 rule. There's one rule to get in and one rule to get out. The one rule is when you see that little scorecard, and you can see it right here in red, number one, the scorecard. If it's red, we're looking for sells. If it's blue, we're looking for buys. If it's red, it'll be above the candles. These are the candles. And if it's blue, it'll be below the candles. The candles itself are color coded. Blue for a buy, they're going up. Red for a sell, they're going down. So this is very simple, guys. If you don't know anything about trading, all you do is you look for that red box there. It's called a scorecard. You get in the trade. Once you're in the trade, this is part of your learning process, is how to take that trade. Very, very simple. It's basically just pressing the buy button or the sell button on your broker. Once you're in the trade, you then put your stop loss here, which is this red dotted line, and this red flag is your stop loss. And you put your take profit one, which is this number 4 here, with the green dotted line. And all you do is you wait for your trade to either hit TP1, take profit one, or hit your stop loss. That's it, guys. That's all you have to do. And the reason why we make it so simple is because you can now experience the thrill of taking profits, or when this is when you're starting, the frustration of hitting your stop loss. But even if you hit your stop loss, we want you to experience that, because the reality is in trading, you are going to take some losses now and again. If you learn your skill properly and if you apply yourself properly, we want to train you how to take more wins and losses. And because we have leverage and because we use a risk reward level, typically 1 to 2, now obviously we want to train you, hopefully, to take more than 4 wins out of 10. Obviously, and some people will bandy a lot of things around. I'm not going to do that today because that's going to be up to you. But Sniper Pro will show you potential entries that you can then look at and decide whether you want to get in for that sell or that buy. Very, very simple. Once you've mastered that, and I suggest you do that for at least 25 trades on the faster time frames, guys, so you can get that done in a few days, in a couple of weeks. If you're on the higher time frames, it will take you longer, but do that on the faster time frames. By the time you've done your 25 trades on a demo account only, again, we don't want you to risk any real money, you are going to then be set up for moving to the next level on Sniper Pro. It's just a step-by-step process. It's like when you were learning to walk. You didn't just jump up when you were born and go running around the room. It was step by step. You learned how to roll over onto your belly. Then you learned how to get on your hands and knees. Then you learned how to crawl. Then you learned how to stand up holding onto something like a chair or a table. And then you took a few steps, but guess what? Then you fell flat on your face. And that's what trading's like. But then you get up, you hold onto the chair, you get up again, you take a few more steps. And this time you take more steps than you did before. You fall flat on your face again. And you do that over and over and over again until guess what? Now you're walking without aids. And then after that, you start running. And after that, you can become a professional athlete if that's what you want to do. You can become a professional trader if that's what you want to do. It is a step-by-step process. And each step of the way, we want to keep you safe, but we want to keep you moving along the process. Once you've done the 1-1 rules, there's other rules that we get you to. The next one we call is the 4-6 rules. 4 rules for entry and 6 rules for exit. I'm not going to go into the great technical details of that. I'll show you on the chart in a minute. But basically now what we do is we start using the color-coded simplicity of Sniper Pro. We still start off with the numbered scorecard. In this case, we have a blue scorecard, so that's a buy. But now we want the arrow color to match the blue. We want the candle color to match the blue. And we want the sniper later trend direction. And that's this dotted line along the bottom. And this is what we call a sniper later. Now, you don't have to know what that is. If any of you know anything about trading, people will use an oscillator at the bottom of the chart like this, and they will use something called an RSI or a TDI or a MACD or a stochastic or any one of a number of oscillators. The sniper later is a custom designed, one-off, incredible oscillator that we have designed specifically for Sniper Pro that combines the best of all the best features of all the best oscillators that are currently out there, combine them all into one. So now we have one very simple rule, again color coded. If you want to get in for a buy, what do you need? You want that dotted line to be blue. And if you want to get in for a sell, you want that dotted line to be red. Very simple, guys. I know Nick and Daniel went over all the great features in the back office of GFU when you join. We have over 80 educators in several languages on almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, guys. We have a full calendar. I myself am on 6 days a week, and many of our educators are on 4, 5, 6 days a week or more, so that you have ample access to all this education that comes along with your GFU subscription. These are my dates. I'm on all the time. These are live dates. And they're also recorded. So if you can't make them live, they're recorded. They're uploaded to the system within about 15 to 20 minutes. And you can then, if you miss any of it or you miss the whole section because you're at work or you're doing something else, you can go in and look at these recordings. But wait, it gets better, guys. Because if you are at work, if you're driving, if you're busy doing something else, Sniper Pro recently brought out what we call alert notifications. And these will come directly to your phone. We have an app, a GFU Connect app, soon to be upgraded as well. The GFU Connect app, alerts come directly to your phone. So when there is a potential setup on Sniper Pro, you can register and follow Sniper Pro notifications, and coming directly to your phone will be alerts saying, hey, there's a scorecard has appeared on US dollar Japanese yen for on the 15-minute chart for a buy, and this is your potential entry. This is your potential stop loss called the invalidation zone. And here is your exit 1 and exit 2 suggestions, which is your take profit 1 and take profit 2. And then you can go and look at the chart. Your phone will ding. So no matter where you are, you'll hear it. You then tap on the notifications. It will open up and it will look just like this. And if you like the look of that, look at those green buttons next to everything. You can simply copy and paste that into your broker and take the trade. How simple is that? The whole system is designed for simplicity, for clarity, and for execution. You're not going to find that anywhere else on the planet being done as good as GFU does it. Absolutely amazing technology. So let's go and see this in action, guys. I'm going to show you right now GFU and our scanner and our alerts and everything else. We'll take some questions as well. So if anyone has any questions, let me know so we can see that. In fact, I'm going to pop up the chat right here to see if there's anybody's scanners. Now, a lot of people, guys, which broker is used for alerts? We don't use the broker for alerts. We use the scanner, which is Sniper Pro. You then have to decide if that's a trade you want to take. you will enter that into your broker. It's your broker, not our broker. And you can look in the chats here, guys. People have been using that. If anyone in the chats here, if you've had great experience with Sniper Pro already, put it in the chat, guys. Okay, but don't put any money claims in the chat, guys, but you can put pips in the chat. You can say nice things about Sniper Pro if you like, but put it in the chat so people who aren't used to this can see how many people are using Sniper Pro and how much Pipalicious, absolutely. How Pipalicious Sniper Pro is. I often say it's like taking candy from a baby because literally on our live sessions, you should see the kind of action that we're seeing on those live sessions. So we'll go and have a look at that right now. And we'll even look at the live charts as well, guys. Yeah, if you've never used it, great. Lean in, guys. Get your pen and paper out. This could be the most important call you have ever been on. And I'm serious about that, guys. This, I put down, Claudio, what assets can it be used on? If you were late to the call, we already went over that. It can be used on anything. Crypto, Forex, commodities, indices, whatever you want, you can use it for. Okay? So I'm going to get out of this view, guys, and we'll go and have a look at GFU itself so we can see what this looks like live. Okay, so this is live right now. This is the GFU scanner. This is on Sniper Pro. You can see it right here, Sniper Pro. We're on the 5 minute. We're in indices. We're on US 30. You can change this to Forex. You can change it to commodities. You can change it to crypto. You can change it to indices. Right now, we are on indices. Here, look right now, guys. Look here, 0 seconds ago. Is that up to date? Let me just refresh. I think it is. Let's go and see what this is so that we can see it right here. Let's make sure we've got all the... Here we go, NAS 100. So let's go to NAS 100. That's the latest indicator here. We just go down here, NAS 100. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a live chart, guys. A live chart. Here we got an alert says, look, we have a sell scorecard right here. If you're a beginner, you would simply get in right here. You would enter in your broker right here at 25,829 and you would get in for a sell. Okay? You would get in for a sell. You would put your stop loss here. This red dotted line, it tells you the amount of where to put the stop loss. And down you would go. Very, very simple. Let's have a look at another one. Let's go and have a look at Bitcoin. Let's go and have a look at Bitcoin and see on crypto. Bitcoin, we had an alert here, Bitcoin on the 5 minute. Let's have a look, Bitcoin on the 5 minute. No, let's have a look at, let's go back to NAS on the, hold on. Let's go down to a lower time frame so you can see that on the NAS 100. We have one down here on the 15 minute. So we change that to the 15 minute, guys. Look at this. There's our sell scorecard. Here's our TP1. Tells you very, very clearly. We're looking at this one down at the bottom here. So your entry is at 25,819. See that at the bottom? 25,819. So our entry was right there. Let me show you what that looks like on our horizontal ray. 25 8199, just about there. That was our entry. Okay. And then right here, over on the right hand side here, that was your stop loss right there. Okay. And that was your TP1 right there. We've almost hit TP1 already, guys. We've almost hit TP1 already. What did you have to do? All you had to do was look at this alert when it came in, decide that this was a trade worth taking, and you would enter here. You've already taken nearly 100 pips on that trade, and it's almost at TP1. When it hits take profit one, if you put that in as an automatic exit, your broker will exit your trade, and you, whatever lot size you've used, you would make that money. Okay. The reason why it's coded, you can see it red and blue, is simply because that makes it easier to make decisions of when it's going up or down. Look at this nice run up, all these blues, all the way up here. If you were in that trade, to give you an idea, if you got in probably, actually you would get in around here, guys. So you would have entered here, and you, if you went near the top, that was nearly 200, over 230 pips you could have taken if you entered on that golden reversal candle at the bottom and rode it up to the top. This D for divergence would have got you out of that trade right there. So 230 pips is a very, very reasonable amount of pips to have taken on that trade from here to here. Once we got divergence, we're out of that trade. We're waiting for a new one. And then we get the sell scorecard here. We're in at this level here, and we're waiting for it, hopefully, to hit take profit one right here. It's absolutely pippalicious, guys. You can't make this stuff up. This is a live chart right now that we're looking at. A live chart, guys. This is not historical. I haven't gone and found this. I haven't made this up. This is a live chart that we're looking at right now. You can see what's happening in real time. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. It's absolutely pippalicious. It's fantastic. Let's have a look at, you can go to higher ones. Let's have a look at NAS 100 on the 60-minute, which is the 1 hour. Look at that. There's your scorecard right there, guys. You would enter right here. Let's put there's our stop loss. Here's our entry right here. So we're looking at this one. Your point of entry, 25,792. So let's put, there it is, 25,792 right there. That was your entry. As soon as you're in, you put your stop loss on your broker. So that's the maximum amount you can lose. And you put your take profit one right here. Now, as you get more proficient at trading, you're going to add some other things in. We've got a lot of things. I don't want to confuse all the beginners and newbies on the chat here, but for all the more experienced traders, I was in an event in London a couple of months ago. People wanted me to speak about Sniper Pro there, and they had a panel on the stage, and the mediator was asking. There was 4 people in the panel. What has made the big difference in your trading? And all 4 of them said Sniper Pro. And the last person on there is a professional trader, and he's been trading for many, many years. And he was amazed at how much extra confluence and extra signals that he got from Sniper Pro, in addition to how he normally trades, that it absolutely made a massive difference to his results in his trading by adding Sniper Pro to his arsenal. The minimum number of the scorecard is 3. The maximum is 15. I think the most I've ever seen is a 12, maybe one or two of those. Um, the number in the scorecard just means that the number of signals in the background that are all lining up in agreement for the trade. And we originally thought that the higher the number, the stronger the trade, but that's not always the case. And we teach you how to know the difference between the strength of those scorecards. But that's much more advanced. When you start, you do not worry about the number in the scorecard at all. And when you're more advanced, you'll be using these EMAs. We have a trend screener at the top here, which is going to show you whether it's bullish or bearish. Guess what? If it's bullish, it's going to be in blue. Yeah, so right now, yeah, where it says buy limit or sell limit, you're right. Because some of our scanners do use limit orders and some of them use market execution. We use market execution. So even though it says buy limit, you are correct. It is market execution. It is a buy. If it says sell limit, it is market execution as a sell. So this trend screen at the top, when it's blue, it's bullish. It's going to tell you whether it's trending, meaning strong, consolidating or pulling back, and the strength of it, very strong, strong, neutral, weak, or very weak. That gives you extra confirmation of where the trend is going. You can see what quite clearly. I know people who are used to trading will use trend lines like this to say, okay, we are in an uptrend. Guess what? You don't need to do that anymore with Sniper Pro. Why? Because we have the trend screener right here. Not only that, but this red line here is the trend level EMA. When it is red, we are in sell mode. So as you can see, the candles are below this line, it's red. When it breaks through that line, it turns blue, and that will give you a further indication that we are in buy mode. We have some other EMAs in here. This one is the magnet EMA. We often get drawn down to this before we go back up. But this oscillator at the bottom, guys, is absolutely phenomenal in helping you because, again, what we have along the bottom is this dotted line here. When it's blue, we're going up. When it's red, we're going down. So when that is in agreement with your trade, if you're looking for a buy and this is blue, that is another reason that you can get in. The purple line at this stage is not that important. It is an EMA line. It is all our EMAs are based on Fibonacci numbers, and it will help you when you're looking at targets that you're going to reach. We also have other things down on the right-hand side here called pivot points that also show you, they're mathematically calculated to show you where the support and resistance levels are while you're trading. So you can see this R4, we got a support area right here. R3, we've got support areas right along here. This is calculated for you so you do not have to do it. That's the beauty of Sniper Pro, is it's going to help you look at all these things. These little white dots are called PSARs, and again, they're going to help you define whether you're in buy mode or in sell mode, and when you change from buy mode to sell mode. You got red arrows. Red means what? Going down. Blue arrows mean what? Going up. Roriana says, do you recommend using it in 1 minute? Yes, I use it in 1 minute all the time. I am a scalper. I use it on the 1 minute, the 3 minute, and the 5 minute. We do not have alerts on the 1 minute. We only have alerts. The fastest one we have alerts on is the 5 minute. And the only reason we do that is because you will get overwhelmed with the number of alerts that come through on the 1 minute, guys. See how that updated automatically? See how that is updated automatically? So there we go. 0 seconds ago on US 30 on the 15 minute. Let's go and have a look to see what that looks like on the 15 minute. There is what it looks like. Now we've just got a buy being called out. So we're waiting now for the buy alert to appear here. So a buy scorecard did appear, it disappeared. Well, we're waiting for it to appear again. But look at that, 0 seconds ago. You are now waiting for that to appear. And because it hit this, whoever was asking about the purple EMA, look, it hit, there we go, boom. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Look at that. Bam! Right there. Right there, guys. Look, +3 scorecard. There's your stop loss. There's your take profit one. Absolutely fantastic. 0 seconds ago, you got the alert. Your phone would have dinged. Immediately, you go to that. Boom. Right there. If you're a beginner, you take that trade. If you are more advanced, we are waiting for some other confirmations. What are we waiting for, guys? We're waiting for a blue arrow, a blue candle, and a blue trend direction. Very, very simple. All we're waiting for is for that color coordination to kick in. This trend direction here, when that turns blue, when we get a blue candle, and we get a blue arrow, we're going to be in blue meaning bullish, blue meaning buy. Very, very simple. Okay? You want to have a look at other things like commodities, which is gold. Let's have a look at gold. There is a sell scorecard. Let's just run through this, guys. Look, this is a sell scorecard. Somebody asked for gold. Remember, somebody asked about gold. I didn't do this. This is a live chart. Look what happened. Gold. We got a scorecard for a sell. We put our stop loss in. Did we hit our stop loss and take a loss? No, we did not. Did we put take profit one in here? Yes, we did. Did we hit take profit one? You betcha. You betcha. We hit TP1 right there. You got a signal from Sniper Pro to get and enter into a sell. If you decided you liked that, you got in for a sell. Sniper Pro told you where it was going, and guess what? It went there. Jackson says, as a trader, do you have a specific time and session for your strategy? I use this on all time frames, all different sessions. Because I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, my preferred session is I usually am on my charts by about 5 a.m. and I am trading the crossover from London session to New York session. But that is my personal preference. I like to trade early in the morning. You can trade any time you like. We do have another special candle in there, guys, which is this one here. We call it the golden reversal candle. If you see that, it means there is a reversal or a pullback going on. You can enter in that as well. And I won't go in the full rules right now. Vladimir says, actually, I'm in profit right now with that alert. Fantastic. Well done, Vladimir. That's what I like to hear. So that's gold. You want to do it on the 1 minute? Let's have a look at the 1 minute. Oh, look at that, guys. 1 minute. There's the 7 scorecard right there, and it ran up, hit our golden EMA. That's our magnet, and it's pulling back. Now we've got a sell scorecard on the 1 minute. You want to go to the 5 minute? Let's have a look. There's your sell scorecard on the 5 minute. You want to look at the 1 hour, guys? There's our 1 hour. Every time frame, whatever you want to be on. 30 minute, 15 minute, no matter what. There's your 30 minute. Gave us a buy scorecard on the golden reversal candle. That's all on gold. What is the accuracy of the tool and why did the scorecard disappear? If it doesn't do good, well, the scorecard is based on the signals behind Sniper Pro saying get in for a buy. And when they all line up, a scorecard will appear. But sometimes those signals unalign themselves. So the scorecard goes away. If you get in on a scorecard and then it disappears, you simply exit. You've probably taken a few pips on that as a profit. So that's the beauty of the scorecard. But the other beauty of it is look at this. Sniper Pro has called out another trade on US 30 right now on the 15-minute. So we immediately go to indices, we go to US 30, we go to the 15-minute, and we can see right now it's still trying to set up a buy here. So as soon as we see that buy scorecard come back, we can get in for a buy. It's telling us to keep an eye out right now. You don't have to be sitting at the charts all day long wondering what's going on, because the alerts are going to tell you where to look. And whether you're trading Forex, whether you're trading indices, when you're trading commodities, anything, it works on all assets and all time frames because the calculations going on in the background adjust themselves to the asset and the time frame. Okay? We're not allowed to recommend brokers. So if you saw the disclaimer at the beginning, you know that we do not recommend brokers because that is your money. You use it, you place it as you see fit. That's nothing to do with us. We want to teach you how to trade. Okay? So that's how all those alerts work, guys. Now, down the left-hand side, I know we've spoken about this before. Here's the live learnings. Look at all these people on live, all different people. Nick Engels, Jonathan Nunez, Ashraf Khan. There's my sessions. Christian Lopez, another Brit. All the traders here, nearly all of them I know personally. I know Christian, I know Jay, I know Dr. Josh Lee, I know Cedric. Okay, I've met them all. I know Nick. I don't know those two personally. A lot of these people, we've become friends through GFU. Look at all these, look at all these live sessions that you can get on. The risk rewards on exit 1 and 2 are 1-to-1 on everything except Forex. And Forex is 1 to 1.5, and then TP2 is 1 to 3. It adjusts automatically. If you miss a session, guys, very, very simple. You can look at all look at all these educators here. Look at the numbers down at the bottom. Educators, educators, educators. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Okay, when you go to the home page, you've got live onboarding here. You've got all our different educators and different sections here that you can go to. And then when you go here, you can see here, there's all my live sessions. This is me. You see our live sessions. But look at this, guys. Here's all the recorded sessions that you can. So if you miss a session, they are all going to be lined up here. So the cards tell you, yes, the card tells you when you can enter, and then the stop loss will show, and the TP1 and TP2 will show. Is there possible to set an offset to change the price to my broker? No. So unfortunately, you do have to calculate that manually. If your broker price is 10 pips different than the GFU price, you have to adjust the targets by those 10 pips. If they're 20 pips difference, you have to, you cannot trade from Sniper Pro. No, you need your broker. Okay. So that's how you do that. You've got all your educators, you've got all the scanners. We'll go back to the scanners again. to show you so we can show you what we're doing here. Here's the alerts right here. So when you press there, all the alerts will pop up for Sniper Pro. They're absolutely up to date. If you want to refresh, you can click this button and it will refresh for you. But look, it gives you the numbers based on the GFU scanner of where to enter, where to exit. You have to make that adjustment yourself on your broker. Do the scanners work on mobile or are they on desktop only? They work on the mobile. You just go to gfulive.com and it opens like any other web page on your phone. However, we do have a new GFU app coming out possibly next month. It's being tested right now. And the scanners will be available directly on the app as well. Okay, you can trade on any broker you want. Can you give an example of how to add the pips? Okay, so look, if your point of entry is 49,207 and your broker is 10 pips higher than that, then your entry will be 49,217. Very, very simple, guys. You just add or subtract the broker price. How do you know what the current broker price is? Look, right now on the 5 minute with US 30, the current price is 49,205. Look at your broker, and if it's 49,215, you know there's a 10 pip difference. That's very, very simple, very easy to do. Just make sure you're adjusting this. Look at this. Look at this run here, guys. We got a plus 10 scorecard for a sell on US 30 on the 5 minute. We got in here. We hit TP1 within about 6 candles, guys. That's 30 minutes. You hit TP1. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 3 candles we hit TP1. So that is 15 minutes. You took a profit. That's as a beginner. That is as a beginner. The spreads are all different. That's to do with the broker that you're using. The spreads are different than the pips and the price. So in 15 minutes, you hit TP1, you got pips in the bag. If you're more advanced, you do not get out of TP1, you let it run. Here we hit TP2. We got more pips. Now we're 1 to 2. We can let it run even more down to here. Now there's some other reasons to get out down at the bottom here. Our sniper later snake, this thing that's red here, turned blue right there. And we're oversold, so we would get out here and we would take those pips there, and we probably entered around here and we exited around there for about 290 pips, guys, on US 30. Let me show you what that looks like. So that we can show you. When I stop talking, the translators can catch up with us. So that's a risk reward of 2.5 down there. If we got out of that trade because we're trading on the 5 minute, we might get in for a buy here. Why? Because the PSAR's flipped underneath, the candles turn blue, the arrows turn blue, our sniper later snake turned blue, and we could take that going up if we wanted to. Or we could take this one coming down, another sell. So we took 290 pips on that sell. We might have taken another 170 something pips on that one. 300, 460 pips just in those 2 trades, just following along with Sniper Pro, guys. Now, these aren't promises. You can decide how you're going to trade with Sniper Pro, but we have very good, easy to follow rules about how to do that, starting with the very beginner rules. Okay? And then we have other rules. We go from the 1-1 rules to the 4-6 rules to the 6-6 rules. There's actually 18 rules for the more advanced trader. So no matter what stage you're at in your trading journey, guys, Sniper Pro has the answer for your journey. It will push you further to become a better and better trader if you follow the rules. Okay? So jump on board with us with GFU. If you're in GFU, make sure you go and look at our boot camps. Another thing that we have over here, guys, we have lots of different things going on. So look, these are all our recorded sessions going on down here. But look, we also have courses. Here's the Sniper Pro boot camp. When we go down here, look at all this. Boot camp number 1, 7 minutes. 2, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Boot camp 5 and 6, I often recommend 4 minutes and 4 minutes. I will recommend doing boot camp 2, 5 minutes, and boot camp 5 and boot camp 6. That is 13 minutes training to be able to learn Sniper Pro. You want me to go over the rules? Just go to the boot camp, guys. Just go to the boot camps. How many boot camps are there? There is 15 boot camps already. Many of them are only 5, 8 minutes. The last one is the only long one because that was a long recording. But a lot of them are 5 to 10 minutes, guys. This is a simple system to learn, 5 minutes at a time. Okay? That's how we do the boot camps. Also, what else do we want here? Let's get out the boot camps. I've shown you that. We have files. We have all the resources. We have the live session times. We have PDF files about what the rules are. You want to know the rules? Go and look in these PDFs under the files. And look at this. We have a whole bunch of frequently asked questions. Should I enter every signal? What if it's counter trend? What is the price difference? Here we go. Everyone who's asking how to calculate the difference between your broker and Sniper Pro, here it is right here on frequently asked questions. We'll tell you how to calculate your lot size. Everything is in here in FAQs. Guys, this is so dramatic. It's so competent that every one of your questions is going to be answered within GFU itself, guys. We're coming to the end of the session. We'll take a few last minute questions. If anyone has some last minute questions, we'll be happy to take those for you. We'll get back to here. We'll have a look at the charts here. If you have to give a good tip for somebody to start trading with GFU, what would the step-by-step thing? My step-by-step thing is start with Sniper Pro, start on the 1-1 rules, follow the 1-1 rules for 25 trades on a demo account, watch Bootcamp 2, 5, and 6, which is 13 minutes, and then that will give you the proper grounding to move forward on your journey to become a professional trader. Do you suggest to close the trade if the confirmation? We have one rule for exiting, Sarah, on the beginner 1-1 rules is just one exit. What is that exit? It's simply if it hits your stop loss or your TP1, you're out. It's not very complicated. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to overthink it. Once you go past that and you move on to the other rules, then there are 6 clearly defined exit rules. And again, they're all in the boot camps. They're all in the beginner sessions. I do a beginner session once a week. I do advanced session once a week. I do 3 live sessions on the charts 3 times a week. I do a mindset training, which is the most important one, actually, is the psychology of trading. I do that every Sunday. Can you list the most important things new here? Well, the important things is just to start trading on the 1-1 rules. That's the most important thing. I've been using Sniper Pro as a newbie, trading for the last 2 months, and it is works wonders. Okay. What boot camps? 2, 5, and 6. Alert notifications for everyone, or yeah, the alerts are for everybody. Da, 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 da. Any other questions there? 350 pips on gold today with Sniper Pro. Well done, Jim. Fantastic. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We are going to wrap it up right now. I want to thank you for your time. If you do have any questions, guys, reach out to the person who invited you on this call. Jump on the sessions with me. The chats are live. We go on live. I appreciate you being on and spending time with me. If there's any other questions, John, we're about to wrap up here now. We're at the top of the hour, guys. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We got nearly 2,000 people on here. It's absolutely fantastic. Sniper Pro is the real deal, guys. I also, in those recordings, I know a lot of people are asking about the effectiveness of Sniper Pro. In those recordings, go and look at them and look for all the results. I did a whole series in July and August and September, and I tracked the results over a week on a couple of Forex pairs, on BTC, on gold, on indices, on everything. That was just back testing the Sniper Pro entry, scorecard entries, and we were using the 4-6 rules, which is the next rule up from the 1-1 rule. Okay, so that gives you an idea. I'm not sure about all of this is going to be translated into several different languages. We have a lot of translators on right now translating it, and they will be available. And I'm working very closely with educators and coaches in different countries so that we can bring Sniper Pro to you in your language. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all. I hope that you got some value from this. Jump on the sessions. If you have other questions, be happy to answer them for you. Thank you very much. Have a pipalicious day, guys. And remember always, trade safe and trade what you see. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, the next one is tomorrow. Same time, same place, same Zoom place. Different scanner, different educator. We've got so many fantastic scanners, so many fantastic traders and educators on here. But remember, what I would suggest, though, guys, is pick the one that works for you. Pick the one that resonates with you. Pick the educator that you like the best. Don't jump around from strategy to strategy. Pick one, master that one. If you want to change after that, that's great. These strategies work. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.